Ụbọchị tata asị nke anyị nebanye anya na ofu okwu kibu iwe ndị nọchimenanya ndị kpụ nwa agbata obi anyị dịda anụ nya isu ndị descendants kibu iwewe bụ na achụpụgawe na Facebook ntụwe niile sha agbagha n'anwụ because you cannot sustain lies. When you continue to tell lies, a generation will rise up that knows the truth, and all those lies will become falsehood, and even the people that believe them will be looked at as people who are unwise. So the generation of lies that were told to us, that were told to a lot of people, even through official medium. Imagine using a school curriculum to teach falsehood. That's the level of hate that we have been able to survive as Igbo people. Imagine using a school curriculum to teach that these people don't have history. Who doesn't have history? I've mentioned 4 historical sites in Igbo land that are older than any other historical site you can mention anywhere in Nigeria today. Instead of going ahead to confirm them, people like Voice of Benin TV will have the guts to come to this platform, not to come and correct me with facts, but to come and make more claims, more bogus and unproven claims, and insult me. Thankfully, what I'm doing is not by banter or insults. We are thoroughly educated and informed. I did not dabble into talking about history. When I moved to correct the wrong notion about my great-great-great-grandfather Obiolise, I did so as a family person, as the son of somebody who was involved. So I was able to easily quash that falsehood. Now I've gone to Facebook and I have seen Efo's blog ranting that some parts of Edo State are claiming to be among us, that they are claiming to be Igbo. Yes, most parts of Edo State, and I'm not talking about a Banke, because a Banke is obviously an Igbo speaking part. Their language is Proto-Igbo, their culture is Igbo. I'm talking about other parts, even in Asia, are now claiming their Igbo origin. And people like that Efo's blog are stupidly attributing it to Biafra agitation so that it will scare them. It's not about, it is about identity. It is about identity. You cannot, it's like Ndeku. It is only snake that sheds its skin, and it still remains that it becomes even fresher. By removing its skin, snake doesn't change. It becomes even more identifiable as the snake that it is. Otherwise, isi aka agborio. Nnụnụ adasị ọfịa kechifue. A bird doesn't tell the forest good night, because that's where it will go to roost. It has nests there. So, Efo's blog, Voice of Benin TV, Chi Rabo, one that answers car flips, Osu, all, and one other young girl. All the accounts you create to come and banter truth. I just honestly wished you could banter that truth, counter the truth with facts, if you had one. Most of the things I will put out to you, I will say, were written by late Professor Angolonwe Jogo, who is from Ibuzo. I will put out things to you. I will say this one is from Professor Emmanuel Nwafomode, who is from Ubuluku. I will put out things to you. I will say this one is from Adiela Fibo. I'll put out things to you. I'll say this one is from, okay, you will say this ones are Igbo people, so they are biased. I'll put out things to you. I'll say this one is from Elizabeth Isiche. She's not an Igbo woman. That woman is from New Zealand. Just married to an Asaba man, Peter Isiche. So, I am approaching this from a scholarly viewpoint, not a beer parlor viewpoint or armchair viewpoint. And I am a science student. So everything I give to you is based on scientific proof that I have told you about 4 historical sites in Igbo land. One in Nsukka, one in Ugule. Ugule is in Uturu. Uturu community is located in Abia State. One in Afikpo, and then one in Ibuku. The only one that you have just popularized so much is the one in Ibuku because of the Ibuku arts. The cave in Ugule, the materials discovered there, the ass heads discovered in Ugule are over 250,000 years old. Scientifically proven. Scientifically proven. Which kingdom in present day Nigeria or around Africa is up to 150,000 years old? Now I'm talking about 250,000 years. And you come to tell me that these people have no history. And you design a school curriculum. You design a secondary school curriculum without including anything about them. As a child, I did history in my SS1, SS2, and SS3. Even in the junior secondary, they do it partly as social sciences. We're learning about Ife art, Nok Terracotta art, Bini art. What happened to the ones you discovered if you want to choose the Ibuku art? What happened to Ugule? What happened to the discoveries in Afikpo? What happened to the discoveries in Nsukka? These are national treasures that have been recognized by the National Council for Museums and Monuments in Nigeria, this same Nigeria. So if history is going to be restored in schools, as I've heard, that His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has decided to restore history to the curriculum of secondary schools, please, the first thing that should join is the restoration of the history and origins of Igbo people alongside with it. You cannot sideline a people so rich in culture, so rich in tradition, so rich in human resources, so ancient and so wise. You cannot alienate them from your history and you say you are being well represented. Unless, of course, this region is not considered part of the entity called Nigeria. If it is, include her histories as well. There are verifiable evidences out there. Not difficult to find. Someone can easily take a trip to Ugule in Abia State and say, is this the cave? Pick up materials from there. Go and do radiography on it. If it is the one that is a carbon material, you do carbon dating on it. The ones that have been carbon dated, you can choose to recarbon date them in case you think the results obtained are false. You can decide to run fresh tests on them. But it is totally wrong to alienate people like this and come out boldly. Children coming to say they don't have history, Igbos don't have history, Igbo Enweze. And you are using the word Eze, and you are saying Igbo Enweze. Igbo Enweze, and you have Eze in that word. What is the meaning of Eze? What does the word Eze mean to you? What does the word Obi mean to you? The ones that you claim have kings, the word Oba is not from them. It's from Yoruba land. The word Oba stretched is also Obatala, an Igbo word. From the dynasty of Obatala in Ife, which I am not the only one even speaking. The Oni of Ife has come out to confirm about the dynasty of Obatala in Ife among the founding fathers of Ife. And most of their festivals, including the Ajay festival, is dedicated to Igbo people. In Ife, I'm not saying in southeastern Nigeria, my own ancestor, Ezemu, Obodo, Anega, Ekelie, these are 5 siblings, and Ezenaria are from Ife. They are not from anywhere in the southeast, and they are Igbo speaking people. You can judge from their names that I just listed. The 5 siblings who migrated from Ife to this part of Western Igbo land to found my community came from Ife. Precisely. They did not mince words about it. In fact, their uncle or a relative known as a Timuku who founded Obolobe team in Afo, present day in Dokwa local government area of Delta State, also bore Igbo names. So, there were Igbo speaking people in Yoruba land. That is confirmed. The people you also see today that call themselves Onitsha Adonidu are people who came from all the way from Ado, in present day Ado Ekiti. When you hear them saying they are Benin people, no, because they tarried in Benin a little before they proceeded further again. So, it is my belief and my call, and I'm urging the Federal Ministry of Education to please look into this. It's an anomaly. It is wrong. It is not every time we cry marginalization, discrimination, marginalization. No, this one is not marginalization. You are not marginalizing us by choosing not to teach other people the rich history of Igbo people. We will continue to teach our people. I have taught my children. Most of the people watching me here will teach their own children. You are not depriving us anything. You are depriving yourself what you would have benefited in terms of tourism, in terms of prestige, in terms of good governance. Because if you don't know a people's history, you may never know how to get through to them. So it's not a waste if you choose to restore fully the history into Nigeria's secondary school curriculum, restore it and institute the study of Igbo culture in it. Because it wasn't totally or well represented. It was totally poorly represented. Poorly. Don't have history. The people saying so are junior, way junior to Igbo land. I want to thank every one of you for watching today's live broadcast, and I encourage you to please use this 1 minute that you have to visit our YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, comment and share our videos. That's one of the best ways you can encourage us. The people who we are up against have gone very far. If you go to their channel, some of them have 10,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. We are just struggling to meet up. We are playing catch up. We thought it was just a Facebook thing. It's not only Facebook. Now it's on YouTube, on Twitter, which is now X, on Instagram, and even the young girls are on TikTok insulting kings from Igbo extraction. It's totally wrong. So I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you that is watching me now. Maybe others can watch later, to please go to YouTube, type Enuani Cultural Forum and subscribe to our YouTube channel. My brother Stanley K. Ofudo, it's nice to see you here. I've not seen you in a very long time. I heard your community now has a new king who has chosen to abolish the traditions of your people. I hope you people find with Igbo to have a very wonderful day, and Ashonibu 2025 ya mekwa anyị nation huma. If you have seen this video and it's of any benefit to you, please share it. let this video have as many shares as possible so that the message can get to who we intend it to get to, the Federal Ministry of Education, so that when they design the curriculum for study of history. I'm on TikTok, my brother, but you know, I want to grow these handles one after the other. I think this our Facebook has an appreciable following, and none of these channels is monetized. In case you think by doing this you are helping me to make money, you are not making any money for me. None of them is monetized, because monetization is not the goal. If it were monetized, there are things I will say here, this video will go away, to be taken out by the people paying you. So because they say he who pays the piper dictates the tune. This particular Facebook we are speaking with is not monetized by Facebook, and I hope they are seeing this video to also verify what I'm saying. None of the channels is monetized. So what you're doing is supporting us in what we are in, spreading the message, not in making money for us. You are not making any money for us. The people supporting us are also seeing this video. There are people who once in a while call to say, how are you doing? Can you take this to buy data? Can you take this to buy this? Can you support yourself to pay transport with this? Can you buy fuel with this? Those are the people supporting, not because the places we're using. Somebody said one time we are creating content, we'll soon get tired. Assuming I was creating content with this, there are things you dare not say when you are on Facebook and you are on a monetized channel. Once you say them, Piam, as I'm telling you about YouTube now on Facebook, that's a major turn off for them. Don't like it. So, my brother, my name is Timothy from Olo, Imo State, but watching from Onitsha. Timothy, my brother, thank you so much. I schooled in Imo State. I schooled at the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, and I lived at Eziobodo. Eziobodo shares boundary with Iyawa and somehow with Umuchima. And while I was there, I lived as an indigene. I lived among the locals. I did not rent a house inside a non-community. I stayed inside the community. So anytime I go there, they all call me Bodman because I had a game house while I was there. I lived like an indigene. And if I switch to the dialect to now, you will think I'm from Imo State. Because Igbo bofu. Igbo bofu. Let's stop the division and hatred. Thank you so much and do have a very wonderful day. Obostata Ameon Ohuma. Dalon.